Question number 18. Kaylani used fabric measuring 5 yards in length to make each suit for a men's choir. The relationship between the number of suits that Kaylani made, X, and the total length of fabric that she purchased, Y, in yards is represented by the equation y minus 5x is equal to 6. What is the best interpretation of 6 in this context? So we can see that the total length of the fabric she has purchased is y, and from y, if we are subtracting 5x, each suit needed 5 yards to make, and the number of suits she made is x. So that means if you subtract and then you are getting 6, it would also mean that 6 yards are left. She has bought this much and she made the suits using this 5 times x, and so 6 yards is left. Or in other words, if you take this equation and you add 5x to both sides, you will get y is equal to 6 plus 5x. So it's given that the equation y minus 5x is equal to 6 represents the relationship between the number of suits that Kalyani made, x, and the total length of fabric she purchased, y, in yards. So if you add 5x to both sides, the equation will give us y is equal to 6 plus 5x, or in other words 5x plus 6. Since Kalyani made x suits and used 5 yards of fabric to make each suit, the expression 5x. What is 5x? 5x represents the total amount of fabric she used to make the suits. Since y represents the total length of fabric Kalyani purchased, it follows from the equation that y is equal to 5x plus 6 after rearranging the original equation given, that Kalyani purchased 5x yards of fabric to make the suits plus an additional 6 yards of fabric. Therefore, the best interpretation of 6 in this context is that A says Kalyani made 6 suits. That's not correct, because the number of suits Kalyani made is x, not 6. Then Kalyani purchased a total of 6 yards of fabrics, B. That is also not correct, because already they have mentioned that the total yard of fabric she purchased is y, that is given over here. And Kalyani used total 6 yards of fabric to make the suits. That is also not correct, because she has used 5 times x to make the suits. So D, that is the correct answer. Kalyani purchased 6 yards more fabric than she used to make the suits, because y is the total and 5x she has used to make and 6 is still left. So that means she bought 6 extra.